Hello, Bill Molyneaux here with Bill's Wargame World. Alright, we have Horns of the Buffalo, designed by Bill Molyneaux. Now, the Horns of the Buffalo, on the Kickstarter, it was printed by Superior Print on Demand. But I'm trying to move my little mini wargame company to do a little bit more for my historic sites and museums, and I really needed a different game company format. So I'm moving the games to Blue Panther Printing with Steve Jones. So in about a month or so, you'll be able to buy Horns of the Buffalo through Blue Panther website and Bill Molyneaux Games. The PDF will be up in the next week or so. Steve is out of town. All right, let's unbox this. Designed by Bill Molyneaux. 12 scenarios of the Zulu War. And there's Mr. Dennis Bishop. For those of you who don't know, Dennis Bishop was a great guy, a wonderful historian. I knew him for nearly 30 years, and I dedicated this game to him, and he also really was helping me, along with Peter Schultz, with this. And Dennis was a very good friend, a guiding presence to me for nearly 30 years. He was much more than a game designer. He was truly a kind and helpful person to everyone he encountered. And I miss his friendship every day. And so, we're going to see what's inside the box. Now, I did not get a proof copy, so we got a regular box. Okay. We have a D10, and this is using the same system as my French and Indian War games, with a little more zip to it. So here's our counters. These are a size of a quarter, and they're popping out pretty easy. Double-sided, and as you can see, the attack value is a 7. It's also its morale value. Movement is 3 for the Zulu warrior. And when it's reduced, it's down to a 3-3. 3 for combat. And we have a turn marker. And rounded edges. Now for our sheet of counters for the British side, we have our British infantry. Somewhere in here, here's our Gatling gun. I'm sorry, I was looking for the Gatling gun and I got distracted by the artillery, our rocket battery, our Natal native contingent. A couple scenarios use wagons. The British cavalry. In hindsight, a few people said I should have did something with the Boers, but it took a couple years just to get where I'm at. And so our combat value for these British is a 1 through 5 to hit. In melee, with their rifles, it's a 1 through 6 with a range of 4. Their movement is a 2. And of course, when they're reduced strength, that's our reduced. And you'll notice we have leaders and a rocket battery, Gatling gun. When they get overrun, they're dead. So those are our counters. All right, what's in the what do we have next? Well, I have to I'm gonna bring out the maps, but we'll do something small here. Here we have our terrain chart. We have our wagon, walls, the building crawl. Nothing on the back. Pretty good thickness on cardboard. All right. This is what everyone's wondering about, the rules. Okay, I do know that at times people feel Bill Molyneaux games are a little beer and pretzel, too simple. And one of the reasons is I'm trying to make games for new people and for museums. And I hate to say it, but if you put a decision games, or let's say a GMT game in a museum, even though those games are awesome, there's a good chance that 12-year-old kid won't be able to play that game. So I am the game designer to get that first person playing. And as you'll know, here we have our just couple pages. Here's our monument to our Zulu warriors that have that perished during the Zulu War, and our ranged combat. So here we are on our sheets, and that's it for our rules. So, you know, we have illustrations in between. It's not even 4 pages. And then we have a picture of San Luana here. Now on our setup sheets, so here's our first scenario. You see the British setup here, and it tells you where to set up. The same with here for San Luana. Now there's quite a bit of scenario notes on some of these. And I left this where a person could, let's say, play the San Luana game and add a Gatling gun to it. You know, you can adjust your scenarios as you see fit. Now, San Luana and Rorke's Drift, there's plenty of games out there. But other than Bear Hug games in the 70s, there aren't a lot of other Zulu War games out there of these battles. Ntombi Drift, Kambula, Holbein, and you'll notice where the Zulus start and the British. So it works out very well. Z3, which means turn 3, these Zulus appear. Buller's Pursuit, Gingenvow. Now, there's an interesting story with this one. There's a man, Will, or Bill, who great uncle, fought in this battle, and he wrote the book in Gettysburg of the picture book This and That, or This and Now, where he has pictures of Gettysburg that were taken by Brady and so forth, and then he did the pictures of the current time. And he's quite famous in Gettysburg, and he used to talk about this battle with me, and it's been years since I've talked to him. We have the Prince Imperial scenario, which we had to have the Ulundi ambush and the Battle of Ulundi. Now, you notice all my scenarios are going in chronological order, but you don't have to play them that way. And they may not necessarily be fair. You may want to adjust something. You may find the Zulus win too much or not enough. You can add Zulus or add something to the British. Dennis Bishop, who is on the back, there he is again. He wanted to include a couple of the scenarios from the 1903, 1900 uprisings, but sadly he passed away before that ever happened. And then COVID, of course, was around, and lots of distractions, and I took his death. It was a very sad time, so I actually put this game away for a while, and then we came back to it. So that's our rule book. Now for our maps, as you see, they're quite large. They're legal size paper, and they're double-sided. So here's Ulundi ambush. Here we have Buller's Pursuit, the Prince Imperial. And I have a little bit of glare. I'm sorry about that. The Battle of Ulundi, which is really just a big field. Siao's Crawl, and this is the opening battle. Nice big maps. The Izini River. And what's on the back? Ntombi Drift. Now, I'm quite proud that these really haven't been made into games. Kambula and Holbein. Alright, and I know everyone is just dying to see is San Luana. And here's our camp. Here's the road to Rorke's Drift. Our Zulus appear over here. And of course, when Rorke's Drift and is San Luana, here's our Great Redoubt. So, the Horns of the Buffalo. The PDF will be on Blue Panther's site in the next week or so. Maybe Steve is out of town. He's at a war game convention in California, who runs Blue Panther. And then I am looking at having my games distributed through Blue Panther. And that means they'll be available in Europe through, I think it's called Second Chance Games. And we're going to have a better distribution system because Superior Print on Demand is a printing company and not so much a game company. So it should resolve some of those issues. And once again, Horns of the Buffalo, designed by Bill Molyneaux. And I'm hoping that everyone that bought it for the Kickstarter is happy with it. And I guess that's about it for now. And I really hope that Mr. Dennis Bishop up in Wargame Heaven is happy with it. He helped me out quite a bit on a few things, and I guess that's about it. I'm going to say my standard: stay safe, be kind, be courteous, Horns of the Buffalo, and don't worry, within a month or so, it'll be out on the website on Blue Panther, and the PDF sooner than that. And everyone that bought it on Kickstarter, thank you very much for supporting me, and I'll do it again. Please stay safe, be kind, and be courteous. Thank you for watching.